Oh man, that last one was tough, huh? But that's all right. You made it through. I gave you some food for thought. We are now at the conclusion. Go ahead and woosah with me real quick. Woosah. So am I rolling? I am rolling. We're rolling. Through this series, I have given you some food for thought about how to interview your family members and frankly, anyone, honestly. And I wanted to leave you with one more bonus tip, even in this conclusion video, because I'm me. Always be rolling and don't tell them when you're rolling. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I have had the most seasoned people in front of cameras, right? C-suite executive come into the space, jovial, conversating, all this kind of amazing fun stuff. And then as soon as they sit down, the producer's like, okay, we're gonna start. I've watched them clam up and we spend the next 45 minutes getting them to relax into it again. I'm telling y'all right now, you will save yourself so much time and get into the meat of getting an authentic representation of your family member or person in general if you don't tell them when you're rolling. In fact, something I often do is once the person sits down, I just kind of look at my DP, if I have one with me for that matter. Sometimes, most of the time it's just me, but I look at my DP, we make eye contact, everything looks good, we hit record, and then I walk over to them. Maybe I'll tap the mic, make sure the audio person's good, kind of tap the mic a little bit. Look, I don't use a clapper. I'll kind of walk up, eyeball it real quick, and then we just start talking. And it never fails. I know it works because about 5 to 10 minutes into the interview, after they've started regaling me with all sorts of amazing stories, you know what they usually say? Oh, wait, are we rolling? And I'll say, yeah, we've been rolling the whole time. Continue. And that's the point. You want them to feel so comfortable with you, so safe with you, that they represent themselves as accurately as possible. And you're able to capture them as their most authentic self they could be in front of a camera. So if you enjoyed this series on interviewing your family members and documenting them, then I think you'll definitely like this episode of the Trying to Be Somebody video podcast, where I interview mostly people of color around their creative careers with the goal of helping you. In season 1 of the podcast, I interview Mark Menjivar. He is an artist based in San Antonio, Texas. He's a tenured professor, and he walks me through this amazing exercise that you can use to explore your family and start to shift your perspective on storytelling within the context of your own family. Because a lot of times I find that people will say, oh, I want to create content or I want to tell stories, but there's nothing interesting about me, which just isn't true. You are the amalgamation of so many decisions, good, bad, or otherwise. And the more you think about it, the more you unpack it, the more unique you realize you actually are. Like, imagine if one of your parents didn't make a certain decision. I know for me personally, if my dad hadn't joined the military, I would be a completely different kid. I hope this series was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Halise, endeavoring to persevere, and I will see you when I see you.